If white immigrants can come to this country 50 years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and no education, and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. Since Lincoln was supposed to have freed the black man 100 years ago, and today the black man, according to the government economists, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industry, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up.
Especially black people that are saying Charlie Kirk was racist and was not for black people and did not know black people. I am 100% convinced that you have never sat through a full debate of his or watched any of his debates with a sound understanding. Black people are always so quick to want to be the victim of a situation that they can't thrive. And this is one of the things that Charlie Kirk was exposing to black people.
Do you know black Americans are the richest black people on earth?
What statistic
Africa.
is that? Okay, I need you to pull that up like right now.
You can. Black Americans per capita on average.
Can you pull that up?
I'm hosting an event right now. I don't know what to tell you, but anyone can fact check me on this. So you cannot find a black majority country or any country where black people have significant representation where they are as wealthy, because even the poorest people in America are in the top 5%, the top 2% of wealth around the world. And so my whole belief is stop acting like you're a victim and start making better choices.
We have such a cap on us because we think we're limited, because we're black or because we're women, and because we think our ancestors, whatever they went through, is still impacting us today, but we are not there anymore.
The only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and solve our problem ourselves.
Charlie Kirk wasn't saying that we didn't need or black problems didn't matter. He was saying, hey, you're not a slave anymore, and there are no more laws that are holding you back, saying that you can't do what a white person can do. You should get up and go and try these methods and become somebody. One thing we got to understand is life is hard. And we don't need handouts. Yeah, that's why this man was just killed over mere opinions. Having an opinion. This man never said nothing racist or hated or hateful towards black people. I followed this man very closely and watched many of his debates, and I stand in agreement with a lot of the things that he say. And I really, if I disagree with anything, it was so small I can't even think about nothing I disagree with. And I just hate that we are people who are so quick to be controlled by the word racism that just one little clip misrepresenting what somebody said is all we need to throw somebody under the bus. We got to think about this. Who are the kind of people, and not to imagine, this was a white on white crime. And whenever these type of people get involved, that means there is some power being seeped out somewhere to the masses that the people in control don't want the power to be with. And this is what he was doing. He was showing a lot of people that are blind and programmed by the system to wake up and get out the matrix. And this was the problem. Telling black people you don't need government assistance because you can be somebody is not racist.
You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last.
Telling us that government assistance has hindered us because before we were on government assistance, we were more successful people. It is not racist by reading and understanding the facts. Ever since we started getting subsidized by the government, we have been controlled by the government, and not in only what we can do, but how we think. And this is a person who challenges you to think for yourself. The things he said about George Floyd, y'all act like because an officer killed George Floyd, that made him a saint, like he wasn't a criminal, like he wasn't on drugs. That's what caused him to be suffocated and pass out. Y'all like he wasn't resisting, like he was just being a good law-abiding citizen and was just taken out senselessly like we do each other. That wasn't the case. So when they're pointing out this stuff, y'all don't like nobody telling y'all the truth. Black people don't want to hear the truth because we benefit off of not working and being lazy off of government assistance and stuff. One thing Charlie Kirk also said was if the black people want to become better, we're going to have to stop celebrating crime and murder. Our culture is destruction. Our culture is destruction. And it ain't nothing we can do or say to change that. Everything we have from the women in our idolization groups, Beyonce, Summer Walker, SZA, Cardi B, Sexy Red, all of them are horrible examples of how to be as a woman. The same thing with the NBA young boy, Lil Baby, Da Baby, Lil Wayne, Baby, P. Diddy. All of those are examples of how to be a terrible person. And what he is saying is get these examples from in front of you and your kids so that y'all can thrive. Also, let's work on building the family back. One of the things that destroyed the family was removing a father out the home. Put that back together so we can start becoming a good community. But we don't like being told nothing. We don't like being told how to better ourselves because we want to be victims so bad. We want to be at the bottom of somebody's pity party so bad that we'll take anything we can to disregard or dismiss any ethical or sound doctrine to help better ourselves so that we can steady dwell on a past that no longer affects us and that we can overcome and have the ability to become somebody. My last point is, I always tell my daughter, because I made her read about Madam C.J. Walker, a self-made black woman millionaire during a time way worse than today. So everybody with all these excuses of why you can't be successful because you black or a woman, odds have always been being defeated since the beginning of time.
Like a victim role.
Respect.
This is not a victim mentality.
No, it fundamentally is, because white people are not out to get you. There is nothing holding black people back.
Stop teaching your kids and capping your kids at you black or you a woman so there's stripes against you. Stop teaching that to your kids and let them know you're going to have to work hard for whatever you want. Be resourceful and go for what it is that your goal is. But we keep teaching each other that, oh, it's hard because we black.
Now imagine you all talking about how tough it is to be black, but you have a president and a vice president not saying they're black, but allowing themselves to be called black to get the privilege. But Obama and Kamala used it to be president and vice president. Think about how insane that is. They're using it to get the highest positions in the land, and you're using it to say you're oppressed. The same identification, the same thing. They're saying, I'm going to use blackness to be the greatest ever. You're saying blackness has me being the worst ever.
I've been a victim of that mentality too. And that keeps you in a slave mentality. It keeps you from going to strive. If you are conditioning people and making people believe that I automatically am going to lose or fail, or it's going to be even harder for me just because I'm black, most people are not going to even get up and put their best foot forward. So when you tell people, hey, wake up, you don't have to be like this and you can be better, that's making you get uncomfortable because now it's time for you to work and become somebody instead of dwelling in your comfort of nothingness. And everybody is taking this man and all these clips and misrepresenting him, all for the simple fact that people don't want to do better, that people hate knowledge. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 1, 22 through 24, when will you fools stop hating knowledge? Fools hate knowledge. And that's all this man was giving out is knowledge. And if anybody saw fit that this man should be executed in front of his wife, kids, and thousands of people just because he was giving out knowledge, It's absolutely insane. And if anybody thought this was okay or warranted, it's absolutely insane. And we got to pray about your heart. And no matter how you feel about it, no matter how your feelings get hurt, because all of this saving people's feelings and stopping people from getting offended is why somebody felt the need to go and assassinate somebody for having an opinion.
Your ultimate aim. The only way the problem can be solved. First, the white man and the black man have to be able to sit down at the same table. The white man has to feel free to speak his mind without hurting the feelings of that Negro. And the so-called Negro has to feel free to speak his mind without hurting the feelings of the white man. Then they can bring the issues that are under the rug out on top of the table and take an intelligent approach to get the problem solved. That's the only way that they'll ever do it.
We got to be careful what we listen to and what we fall for, and stop falling for the propaganda and lies that is being used to control us and tell us how to think instead of thinking for ourselves.
My sister, whoever you are, boy, you hit the nail on the head for me. You hit the bullseye. I mean, front, dead, and center for me. You hit the ball out of the park. Super home run for me. Grand slam home run for me with that video. I cannot agree with you more. You, sister, you said a word, and it's an unpopular word. I am very much on record. I'm very much on record saying pretty much the same thing you saying. I don't live my life as no victim out here.
For instance, the average so-called Negro, he doesn't think that he can go into business and provide jobs for himself. And because of this, he thinks that he can only get a job from the white man, or he can only get clothes from the white man, or he can only get food from the white man.
Is there racism? Sure. Is there uneven playing grounds? Sure there is. I'm just not somebody who lives my life. I can't be successful because of white supremacy.
The white man has brainwashed the so-called Negro to the point of believing in white supremacy so much that today some Negroes think that they're not making progress, or they don't have anything unless they're living in a white neighborhood, unless they have the white man's neighborhood, a seat in the white man's school, or a position on the white man's job.
White supremacy. Oh my gosh, systemic racism. Oh my gosh, because slavery happened.
The same thing that the white man has done for himself and his kind, if our people could if we could be cured of our slave mentality that was indoctrinated into us during slavery, we would realize that just as the white man can do these things for himself and his kind, we can get together in unity and harmony and do the same thing for ourselves and our kind.
Oh, I just can't be successful, and we need this, and we need that, because our ancestors, and it's 2026.
There will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it.
Because our ancestors went through this, and our ancestors went through that.
We wake up, we clean up, and we stand up. And once we can stand up like a man on our own feet, we stop begging the white man. And we stop apologizing to the white man. We stop compromising with the white man. Then the world will look at us with recognition and respect.
Oh my gosh, the white man, the white man, the white man.
Instead of trying to change the white man in your mind and make you accept us We change the mind of the black man and make him accept himself. And as soon as he accepts himself, he'll solve his own problem. He won't be trying to force himself into your factory and into your bedroom and into your kitchen.
I hate people like this. I totally agree. These are the type of people that always want to be victims. Their mentality is a victim mentality. They don't want to. They're always wanting handouts from the government.
The government itself is responsible for the poverty that makes you and me turn to alcohol, to dope, and to crime. The government is responsible for the bad housing conditions that exist here in Harlem. The government is responsible for the rats that bite our little children and the cockroaches that eat better than we do. Don't look for the author in Harlem. Go downtown and look for him in City Hall. And brothers and sisters, if you don't find him in City Hall, look for him in Albany, in the State House. Or look for him in Washington, in the White House.
You know, they want to be entitled to this. Well, we deserve to be entitled because our ancestors went through slavery. Slavery is not exclusive to copper-colored people. It is not. It just is not. All right? Slavery was a big thing. Everybody went through slavery. People are still going through slavery today. Oh my gosh, because white supremacy. Oh my gosh, white supremacy is holding us back.
But black, it's hard being black. Is Kamala Harris black? Yeah, she black cause she went to Howard. And she the AKA. And she know how to mix her cornbread with her collard greens black. That's how we know she black. Can you imagine how pathetic you all have to be for Kamala Harris to do a photo op eating soul food and mix the cornbread with the collard greens so that you all can say she's black? Do you know how easy it is to say? You know how easy it is to be black. Now imagine all it took was Howard University, AKA cornbread and greens, and she's black. Meanwhile, I say I'm not black and y'all won't let me go. They got you all running around saying how hard it is to be black, and they're using black to be president and vice president. Now you want me to say it or you gonna say it? Because I'm gonna call you stupid and dumb.
Gosh, white supremacy is holding us back. Oh my gosh, but yet in the same breath, you want to scream black power, black power.
Black power, black power, black power, black power.
Well, where's your black power when you're always crying about little white men, systemic racism, but then in the same breath want to scream black power?
Calling me a white supremacist towards black people because I'm calling out the accountability in my own community is diabolical. It's diabolical. Reparations has always been bigger than a paycheck. I don't think y'all understand that reparations actually means to repair harm done. This has always been bigger than a paycheck. Nobody is not saying don't return the wealth. I'm saying we need to repair the harm that's done. And that doesn't only include people that's outside of the community. We can't sit up here and act like our hands are not dirty within our own community.
Is it black power or is it, oh my gosh, we're oppressed?
To me, slavery doesn't affect us today. Only in understanding how it happened and not repeating it, but it don't affect us today. There's nothing stopping me from being on a university full of white people. How am I any different than a white person? Let me tell you this, I want to say this. When people say that black people had a disadvantage in America, and they explore this idea or they exacerbate this idea of white privilege, they're essentially saying black people aren't better or aren't the same as white people. They're saying that black people are less than white people. Because right now, every black person on this campus should understand that there's nothing that a white person can do that you can't do. And if you don't feel that way, you've been tricked.
Oh my gosh, which one is it? Is it black power or is it, oh my gosh, the white man? Oh my gosh, systemic racism. Oh my gosh, white supremacy.
What does that feel like?
What do you mean, what does it feel like?
Does
I feel
it
like
feel-
a victim of white supremacy.
So you
White man has bred our people, brainwashed the so-called Negro to the point of believing in white supremacy so much that today some Negroes think that they're not making progress or they don't have anything unless they're living in a white neighborhood, unless they have the white man's neighborhood, a seat in the white man's school, or a position on the white man's job.
feel like a victim?
I'm a victim. I'm a victim of white supremacy. Yeah.
And so are they holding you back financially?
Holding me back financially? Well, they can.
Are they?
They can.
Are they?
They can.
No, but are they?
They can.
Well, I didn't ask you if they could.
Can. If I get too powerful, yeah, they'll chop my stuff down just like they chop everybody else's stuff
Well,
down.
are they holding you back financially?
What do you mean are they holding me back? I'm in a prison called white supremacy that's global. So we're allowed, certain black people are allowed to have certain resources, but they know they can take it back.
Are they
to
holding
Tariq
Nasheed back financially?
I'm in a system where they can hold me back.
But right now they're not holding you back.
Well, they can hold me back.
Are they holding you back?
Define holding me back.
You don't know what, are they holding you back from being successful in your life?
Well, I'm successful because I understand white supremacy, and I'm successful as far as I can be, as much as I can be, because they can stop my success at the drop of a hat.
Like, I can't stand hearing victim Negroes.
And they're married. We all deal with racism. White people deal with racism. Black people deal with racism. Everyone deals with
racism. White people, black people.
At this point in time, I would definitely say white people.
You're delusional.
I believe you're delusional.
You can't erase 400 years. You can't.
No one's trying to erase 400 years, but you're only focused, hyper-focused on the 400 years instead. Of course, you're thinking by your skin color instead of your brain. Your brain is not here. Your brain is not here. Your brain's up here. So think with your brain instead of your skin color. When you think by your skin color, this is what type of mentality you embody.
I'm black. That's it. I'm black.
We're human beings. We're human beings. This is why our society is going backwards instead of forward. You can keep repeating the same thing over and over. You can keep repeating the narrative. It doesn't matter.
You're integrationist. I don't care about white.
I don't care about integration. I care about us coming together as the United States of America. This is the United States of America, not a divided States of America. You're in the divided States of America. I'm in the United.
They make everything about race. Yes, again, an unpopular opinion from Chief Cali. Everything is race. Race this, race that.
I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this.
Listen, it's not even a full 24 hours yet. It's already starting. The race baiting is already starting. The excuses already starting. Oh, Kamala lost because black men didn't show up. Now all of a sudden this morning Kamala lost because the white woman, didn't show up and didn't vote for her, or the Hispanics didn't show up and didn't vote for her. How about her policy ain't shit? How about that? Could that be the reason why she lost? Could the reason that she lost is all has been a lie from the beginning? And like any relationship that you start with a lie, it doesn't end well.
Same people who don't care about nothing that's going on in their neighborhood, don't try to handle anything that's going on in their neighborhood that Negroes do to Negro. They'll come back and say, it's just a crime issue. It's not a black on black crime situation. It's a crime situation.
You know the weirdest thing that I'm hearing is this black on black crime thing, and it's most of the people that look like me that's spewing this. Black people, like especially the ones that want to be close to white mama and white daddy. Then you got the ones that's kind of like on the MLK side of things, like love is love. What about black on black crime? And we be killing each other, unaliving each other, as they say.
Calling me a white supremacist towards black people because I'm calling out the accountability in my own community is diabolical.
6,400 black people committed murder. They committed murder in 1 year. 6,400. Some people say 48 million black people in America. Some people say 44. Well, I'm gonna use 48 million. It sounds a little better. 48 million black Americans are in the United States of America. Out of 48 million, 6,400 black people committed murder. But out of all those million, that's how many committed. That's like 0.000133333 of the black population commit crime or commit murder. And we hold on to that 0.000133333 of people, and we blanket all black people with it. Ain't that crazy?
We can't sit up here and act like our hands are not dirty within our own community. We're busy blowing each other down in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't the men in our community teaching these young men how to defend our community with the same instruments they're using to blow each other down in the community? I think I'm part of one of the last generations that came from the neighborhoods looking out for each other. I'm pretty sure because I was born in '83. I'm pretty sure I'm part of that last generation that came from neighborhoods like that. Where the OGs, even if they were gang members, the OGs looked out for the neighborhoods. Bring that shit back. Bring that shit back. What about safe houses for women in domestic violence? We had a young lady in our neighborhood last week who was unalived with their child in the house by the man that she was trying to leave. And the horrible thing about that story is that even though she was unalived by the man that she was trying to leave, her mother 25 years prior to that was unalived by the man that she was trying to leave. So we just passing down generational trauma, and y'all don't think that we have no accountability in this? Like none, not whatsoever. It's just always white people's fault. We didn't do nothing. We're not contributing to the madness. What I'm trying to point out to y'all is that there is a divide in our community. And the reason why there's a divide in our community because some of us want true liberation and some of y'all want to sit at the table instead of wanting to burn the table the fuck down. And those who don't want to sit at the table, you just want a comfortable cell. You don't want change for real. It's called for change for real. Boots on the ground, change for real. We have some of the most educated people in our community. You can't tell me that we can't put our heads together and people who are educated and know how to write grants and know how to get grants approved can't get some actual programs that's going to help us in our community. We scream Black Panther Party all day long, but none of y'all ain't about that life for real. Everybody want to complain but don't know how no solutions. And then you're going to have the audacity to tell me that I am a white supremacist towards black people because I am screaming accountability.
White people kill white people. Chinese people kill Chinese people. We're not talking about white people killing white people. We're not talking about Chinese people killing Chinese people. We're talking about you and your people. The same people in your neighborhood killing each other, degrading each other, hurting each other, harming each other. But guess what? When it's time to turn the mirror around and for you to see what you do to you and how you tear each other's down, we don't want to look at that. Only thing we want to do is wait for a white man to come in our neighborhoods and put a knee on our neck, and then we want to cry and be fake outraged. This is why so many of y'all were so willing to go with Carmelo Anthony, because y'all are the type of people, as long as motherfuckers look like you think they're right, or because they look like you and they do something to a white person, you think they're right. Whether they're right or wrong, you don't look at the right or wrong, you just look at the fact that they look like you, and you think it's okay to say, yeah, they did it to a white man, okay, because we've been going through this for 400 years.
You can't erase 400 years.
No one's trying to erase 400 years, but you're only focused, hyper-focused on the 400 years.
For 400 years, we've been oppressed. But black power, though, black power. Oh, we're so black power, but then we turn right around and say, woe is me. We're so oppressed by white supremacy. Man, fuck out of here with that victimhood shit.
was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
If the black man has $20 billion, and these so-called Negro leaders are such geniuses that they can integrate white restaurants and integrate white factories and force themselves into that which the white man has set up, they should use this same ingenuity to show the black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own. And then we won't have to force our way into his anymore.
One white man named Lincoln supposedly fought the Civil War to solve the race problem, and the problem is still here. And then another white man named Kennedy came along running for president and told Negroes what all he was going to do for them if they voted for him, and they voted for him 80%. He's been in office now for 3 years, and the problem is still here. When police dogs were biting black women and black children and black babies in Birmingham, Alabama, that Kennedy talked about what he couldn't do because no federal law had been violated. And as soon as the Negroes exploded and began to protect themselves and got the best of the crackers in Birmingham, then Kennedy sent for the troops, and there was no, he didn't have any new law when he sent for the troops. When the Negroes erupted, then he had at the time when whites were erupting.
Here are 15 racist things Charlie Kirk has said over the years.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift
so
from God.
Much.
Yeah.
She truly is just seeing how
people who want to call Charlie a racist, kiss my black ass. Excuse my language. Charlie Kirk is not a racist.
I love this guy. I'll tell you.
A lot of them never imagined going to the White House, and Charlie helped hundreds of young black boys and girls go to the White House. Charlie, thank you for that. Thank you, Charlie.